Hi, and welcome to Nurturing Compassion. I'm Nicole, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why it's important to adopt rather than shop. Hello everyone, and happy Valentine's Day. I thought that today would be a perfect day to talk about the importance of rescuing dogs and cats and all other animals that you choose to bring into your family. Here are 9 reasons why you should adopt instead of shop. Number 1, by choosing to adopt, you can literally save an animal's life. There are 2.7 million animals that are euthanized in shelters every single year. It's unbelievable, and it's completely unacceptable. Dogs and cats were domesticated by humans. It is our responsibility to ensure that they are taken care of, and right now we are failing them. Absolutely. The number of dogs and cats being euthanized in shelters has significantly decreased since a few decades ago, but any number is just completely inexcusable. By choosing to adopt, you are literally saving an animal's life. And not only that, but you are also making room in shelters for another animal that may desperately need that spot. Reason number 2, by choosing to adopt, you are giving an animal a second chance at life. A lot of animals in shelters are not there because they did something wrong. A lot of times they are there because of human-related problems. Either their companions moved away, or they no longer were able to take care of an animal because of financial reasons. There's so many different reasons why people surrender their animals to shelters. And you shouldn't judge the fact that an animal is there and assume that there's something wrong with him or her. Because for the most part, shelter animals are so loving and kind. I can speak this from personal experience. My family has only ever had rescue dogs and cats, and I can just honestly say that they are incredible, and coming from a shelter says nothing about them as an individual. Reason number 3 is that by adopting, you're helping to eliminate dominating rhetoric that surrounds animals and the idea that animals belong to humans. I believe that the way that we speak about animals plays a big role in the way that people treat them. By doing things like not buying an animal. This animal is not your slave. This animal is a member of your family, and by adopting, you are fully embracing that idea. A lot of times, adoption is cheaper than going to a breeder, but that's beside the point. The point is that when you are adopting, you are making a donation to that shelter. And reason number 4 is that a lot of times shelter animals come already having been spayed or neutered, having been microchipped, and even having received basic vaccinations. And so that is excellent financially, but that's not the point. The point is that you are not paying for the animal. You are simply reimbursing the shelter for taking care of your family member before you welcome them into your home. Reason number 5 is that by rescuing an animal, you are choosing an individual, not a breed. What I mean by that is that people do research on different breeds, hoping to have an animal with this characteristic or that characteristic, but each and every animal are individual beings. They all have their own personalities and their own preferences, and so nothing is guaranteed. When you choose the adoption route, you are actually ensuring that the animal that you find is compatible for you and your family. A lot of times shelter dogs and cats are mature, so you are able to fully see their personality and make sure that when you welcome them into your home, it is in fact a forever home. My father always said that when we rescue dogs, what he does is he looks into their eyes. When he looks into an animal's eyes, he knows when he sees it which animal was meant for us to adopt. And I think that that is such a beautiful, beautiful idea. And it really shows that if we are ready to rescue an animal, there is an animal out there ready to rescue us. And I think that by being able to look into an individual's eyes and feel that connection, that is how you find the animal that is best suited for your life, not by doing a Google search. Reason number 6 is that mixed breeds actually tend to be healthier. 75% of dogs in shelters are considered mutts. Mutts are quite often more healthier just because they have a greater variation in their gene pool to select from. And so because of that, they tend to live longer. My first childhood dog that I ever remember, he lived for 18 years. And he was a rescue, he was a mutt, and he was so intelligent. From my personal experience, I can attest to the fact that rescue dogs just tend to be smarter. Reason number 7 is that shelters still have puppies and kittens. If part of the reason why you have been or are interested in going to a breeder is because you want a puppy, that is no excuse to not check out shelters. There are plenty of shelters that have puppies. In fact, Charlie was only 4.5 months when I rescued him. There are a slew of different kinds of animals in shelters, young ones, old ones, and even purebreds. There are purebreds at shelters, and I strongly recommend looking at shelters to find a purebred animal if you are very, very set on that. There are even some shelters that are geared specifically for specific breeds. Reason number 8 is that oftentimes shelter dogs are house trained. This is because many dogs in shelters are coming from homes that they previously lived in which they were probably house trained. Also, some shelters actually take the time to work with the dogs. It's really awesome that by rescuing, you're actually more likely to find an animal that doesn't need to be taught quite as many social things or house rules. And reason number 9 is that by rescuing an animal, you are encouraging shelters. You are voting with your dollar. By donating to shelters, by rescuing dogs, you are not only taking one more dog out of a shelter, but you are also encouraging shelters and providing them with resources so that they can keep growing and keep helping more and more animals. It's such a wonderful way to spend your money. As you see, by rescuing one animal, you are having a much larger impact than just you and that one animal's life. If those reasons don't sound good enough to you, I just want to share the reality of where a lot of dogs that are bred come from. There's this thing called puppy mills, and puppy mills are essentially like factory farms, but for dogs. A lot of times there are dogs that are basically kept in small cages. The mothers are bred over and over and over again, and when they can't birth anymore, they a lot of times are killed or just left for dead. It's absolutely heartbreaking, and basically people do this with profit in mind, and the way that they make their money is by giving and selling these dogs to pet shops or to other breeders. It is just so wrong, and we shouldn't be giving these people an outlet to make money. We need to put puppy mills to a stop, and the best way to make sure that you are not giving a dime to these industries is by adopting. I hope that if you've bought a dog in the past, that this video inspired you to adopt in the future. Now, the real reason that I'm making this video today is because it is the 4-year anniversary of me adopting Charlie. Yes, today is Charlie's adoption day, and we have a wonderful day planned together. Those of you who don't know, Charlie is a miniature pinscher rat terrier mix that I rescued. He's such a joy in my life, and I'm making this video dedicated to Charlie so that I can encourage other people to make the decision to adopt and to not allow any animals to suffer in shelters, in puppy mills. I don't know where Charlie came from originally. I know that the organization got him from a high-kill shelter in West Virginia. I don't know where he was before that, but having such a wonderful and kind friend, it's irreplaceable. And I just wish that all of you watching this video, if you are looking for a animal to bring into your family, that you can find one who is matched and meant for you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please consider hitting the red subscribe button if you're interested in seeing more content on compassionate living. I make videos every Thursday. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Bye!